Hi guys, I'm back. Uh, just took me, just put some fresh paint out. Nothing doing. As I said, I thought I had a real good bite on the big rod. I think if it's this windy tomorrow, I'll just use my two small rods because it's all over the place. Um, but what I will do, I'll probably use the big rods on the beach when I'm down on the beach itself. Um, but here at the moment, uh, I said it is cold, bloody freezing. Uh, if it's as windy as this tomorrow, I will put my beach buddy up and try and do a bit of filming. I don't know, see how it goes, but I'll have to wave my mic at all times. As I said, I was trying to do a bit of filming earlier on. I've done 3 sessions of filming, and it was pants. As I said, I was trying to talk, got back in the car after doing, I've done about 4 or 5 segments of like where I'm fishing now, down on the beach. Showed you what the mud was like out there. Well, it's horrendous. Then I cut from there, and I drove up further up. Showed you all the rocks by the other step where not to fish. As I said, I've seen people on the Blackdown competition fish up that end, and they've put a freaking ladder down onto the rocks. Of course, it's tied to the all the railings here. It's tied onto it, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't climb down to pull a fish out like that. I wouldn't be that mental. Sorry, you may be able to swim, but I wouldn't. You've only got to fall in, mate, and one rogue wave, bang, and you're against them rocks, and it'll kill you. I'm, you know, I'm talking health and safety here. I mean, okay, if you're fishing on rocks from a cliff, that is different. You know, if you as I call it, rock hopping, that is different. But when you're putting that, you're on a ladder, no wider than that, yeah, climbing down on a big tide, you forget it, mate. I ain't that brave, but everybody to their own. And I went further up and showed you the pub, and of course I was talking away with the wind blowing, not realising you couldn't hear the word. It was just gobbledygook. You couldn't understand the word I was saying. It was just gusts of wind, or just like going through a bloody wind tunnel. And of course, I was me. I thought I'm wasting my time here, as you do. I thought, I'm wasting my bleeding time. So, so it looks like if I got time, I'll try and do it tomorrow, or probably Saturday or Sunday, just to give you an outline what this area is all about. As I said, there's only one way in now because you can't come through watches like you used to, because you get halfway up the hill and it's blocked off because the cliff falling away. And I will be panning round and showing you the cliff the way it's come away. Now, years ago, I mean, at the moment, the cliff side is straight, well, at an angle like that. Yeah. And it used to be years ago a big bulge that come out down, and it must have stuck out about 50 foot out, probably bigger than that. If I had a measuring tape, I could have measured it, but You imagine, now you're talking, it stuck out about 50, probably 60, 70 foot out, and it was like a big bubble, if you know what I mean. Imagine a big zit, say, my thumb on the side of my hand like that, well, my fist like that, and then you had underneath, you had an undercut of the cliff of about 20 foot, yeah, and that's what it was like. It was massive. And you're talking a couple of 100,000 ton there. And I remember years ago, I'm going back 34 years ago, that's how it used to look. I wish I had a picture to show you. If I find one, I'll put it up and show you what I mean. And I remember I was down there. Sorry, I wasn't down there. One of my mates were down there, and he said, "You should have been here last weekend." Because I drove round the corner round there, and because as you're driving, you can see the cliff from up that way, going down towards Blanken Pub. And he said, "Cole, we thought we had an earthquake." I went, "What you mean?" He said, "Have you seen the big rock that's fell off?" And I went, "Yeah, I seen the cliff, that bulge fall off." He said, "Believe it or not, it said it was the tide was out, but when it fell off, it just went bang. It just went like a tree falling, bang." And he said, "I'm going to go up and have a look what's come off." So I tell you what, I'll come up with you. So we both had a walk up, and from the top of the cliff where it was down, you're talking about 80 foot. That was a scar where it come off, but the width, it was about 180 foot. Yeah, a big lump come down. And I went, "What the He said, "Yeah." He said, "Believe it or not, it was like a mini earthquake." He said, as it hit, even people in Minehead felt it. I mean, and that's a good 3 mile away. No, about 2 mile away from here, from where I am now. Yeah. He said, even the people, even a couple of things in the shops rattled. He said, down in Watch it said, the I thought a big bomb had gone off because the ground just shook and everybody in Watch It thought it was an earthquake. Know what it was? It was a big piece of rock falling off. Okay, you hit the sand as you think it's sand. No, it's not. It's all attached, isn't it? Because underneath that sand is all solid rock as well. Because it's like a part of yeah, a coral, whatever. But bedrock. That's the word I'm looking for. Bedrock. It's all bedrocked in to the land, and then it caused a landslip next to it. And it travelled along the wall to the pub, and some of the ground fell away there. And again, people was concerned, and they left it and left it and left it. And I thought, oh, okay. And then when Blanca's pub started falling, the ground started falling away from the pub, I thought there's got to be a solution. But they've gone and shored it up with hundreds of, I say, there's got to be There's got to be nearly 500,000 ton of rock they've got them put there. Some of them are so big, they're bigger than my camper van, some of them. And my camper van's 26 foot. No, it ain't. It's 5 meters long, my camper van is. It's a big camper van that I want to get rid of. I want to downsize to a small one. And yeah, I just couldn't believe it. But I had a solution on that. And tell me what you think. If they would have driven girders, coated girders in special paint or whatever, something like that would stop corrosion, and hammered it down at least 80 foot down, and left about 20 foot sticking out the ground, close enough together where you could interlock tyres on each one, because tyres don't rot, they don't fall away like the earth does. Keep wetting earth, it's going to give way eventually, isn't it? Because it's going to be drying, getting wet, drying, getting wet, cracking, opening, shutting, all the frost and that. But if you would have put girders in around Blue Anchor Pub in a like this arc, yeah, like an arc shape, and then got all these old scrap tyres that I can't get rid of and interlapped them, and then whatever gaps there was, pour the concrete in between them, inside the tyres, onto the girders, and then backfill it with the shingle off the beach, all along the beach here, got all the shingle, and then backfill it. And then the mud that's out there like quicksand, suck some of that up and drop it on top of the shingle so it could bind together. That was my theory. And I think if they'd done that all along the coast, where that one place where the town keeps falling away, they keep losing meters of the land, and people losing houses. Has anybody come up with that? Why don't they drive? Okay, it's going to cost money. Yeah, it's going to cost money. Instead of sending millions and millions and millions and millions of billions and billions of pounds all around the fucking world to help everybody else out, why don't the government spend millions and billions of pounds to help us out? Think about that. Again, the same with the rivers. Why don't they do that? Because they ain't got a fucking clue. You haven't got somebody out there to go, oh, let's try this. I mean, I'm just an average Joe. I'm not very well educated. Well, I am educated, but okay, I suffer with dyslexia. But it doesn't mean I'm stupid. If you think I'm right on this, give me a thumbs up or please leave a comment if I'm right or not. I would like a comment on this, and also the rivers. I would like a comment on the way the rivers are at the moment, about would it be feasible to take the locks out one by one along the River Severn. The same with the Avon and other rivers that have got locks on. Leave the canals alone, just the rivers, to stop the rivers flooding. Let the rivers run the natural course. You might not get so much damage to people's houses and farmland. Let's have a think about it. And also, again, comment about what I've just said about shoring up. Would it be a good idea to put girders, yeah, and all the unwanted tyres they can't get rid of, interlock them on the girders, cement them, and then backfill them. Tell me what you think. Please tell me. Leave a message. I hope you do, because I'm interested to see if I'm the only person who's thought of that, or if it's feasible. Yeah, if it's not feasible, okay, it's just an idea. But from little acorns, big oak trees grow. You know what I mean? You know, as probably someone, as I said, the government is saying, "Oh, well, we can't do this, we can't do that," but you can send the taxpayers' money across other sides of the world to fucking help them out. Why not help your own country out? Simple again, simple things. Politics get in the way all the fucking time. They're always thinking, "Oh, we'll help them out, we'll help them out, we'll help them out." What about their own governments? As long as we're pumping money into them, their governments are putting it in their own pocket, and the poor buggers who need it don't get it. I mean, okay, you had, what's his name? Old Band Aid. Yeah, him. Boomtown Rat. Uh, doing Band Aid. Okay. I take my hat off him. I take my hat off to him. He was trying to help people. We had Band Aid and all this stuff. But yeah, but who gets most of the money? Their government, and they don't feed the people because the food's not going into the right people. It's not going into the people who need it. The governments are rich over there because we're the prats who keep putting our hands in our pockets and giving them the money. The only one I give to is children in need, because that's in our country. It's for our kids. Never mind everybody else's all the time. What about our own? Call me selfish, I don't care. But that's how I feel. That's my personal opinion. Why keep sending money over to people who their government can't sort their own problems out? Why should we, as a little island, keep bailing everybody else out? Why? We can't even fucking look after our own people. Oh, sorry, just gets me. It's a mad fisherman day today because I'm cold and fed up. No, I think I'll have to go on TikTok and have a whinge. The trouble is, I only can do two. You can only do 10-minute segments on TikTok. It's ain't long enough. Well, it is, I suppose. I mean, there was a woman on TikTok the other day, about that bloke who killed them 3 kids in forget where it was now, and okay, he had a mental problem, and this Omar, whatever his name is, killed him. Who went around stabbing them kids in the classroom, and that them 3 young girls, 3 lovely young girls. Yeah. And I said I couldn't give him. He only got 52 years life sentence. That ain't a fucking sentence. You take kids' lives away, as I said before. You take somebody's life, and it's 100% or 99% that you're guilty. Sorry, mate, or fucking hang you. See, as I look at it, we've got no deterrent in this country to stop people doing these things. And again, mental health. This is why I'm doing this channel. This is why I'm doing this Let's Go Fishing. For people who have got mental issues to get out there, do fishing, do something different. That's me. believe it or not, as I said, I was in my garden and I explained that my auntie passed away. And I said, most loveliest woman you could ever meet. Now, I remember her when she was young. She was absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Really attractive woman. But with that, she had the personality to go with it. Very rare to find this day and age. Very rare. She had the personality that, okay, what happens, happens. So laid back. You know? But as she got older, she still kept it. Where you get some older people this day and age, they get to a certain age and they become miserable bastards. I'm a moaning old bastard, that's the difference. I like to have a good laugh and a joke, don't get me worried. Honest, don't worry about it. I do like a good laughing joke. When you get me in a laughing joking mood, that's it. I'll play up something wicked. But I do moan. Yeah, doesn't everybody? And it's I like to hear my views, and if people agree with me, they agree with me. And at work, people look at me and think, you don't know what argue with Colin because he'll just say it as it is. Okay, I'll say it as it is. That's my opinion. And if somebody disagrees with me, I would love them to turn around and go, well, I think you're wrong there. But I don't at work, and that pisses me off. It really does. Because I think, hang on, you've got to know. Because I did say to this one guy, the one that I won't mention his name, said to this guy the one day, I said, what's your fucking problem? I said, you're on more money than me. I said, you do more hours than me. Well, you're younger than me for a start by 30 odd years. Well, 20 odd years. Yeah, 20 odd years. He's younger than me. He's got 3 kids, gets paid same day as me. Come 2 weeks after he gets paid, he's got no fucking money. And it really, really, really fucks me off because it takes home roughly between 1,900 quid to 2,000 quid a month, which is a lot more than what I take home. Fucking hell of a lot more. And he's broke. You know why? Gambles. And if he hasn't had 10 to 15 points before he go, I mean, he finishes work on a payday, he can finish work at 8:30. Go home by, say, about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and be pissed. Yeah, at least 15 to 20 points down his neck. And then he gets his mummy or daddy to pick him up from the pub and take him home. The following day, he comes in, mummy or daddy picks him up and drops him into work. The bloke's fucking 38. And it really, really, really bugs me because he's never got no money. Because all he does is work. So, okay, he does long hours. That's up to him. He could put his foot down and say, no, I'm not doing this. I will work from this time till this time. But I just do not understand that type of person as well. That really, really gets my goat. He works. Okay, he works for it. Okay, yeah, why shouldn't he do that? Yeah, yeah, I can see some of you going, yeah, but the bloke's working all day. But he's got 3 kids. 3 lovely kids. And he never has any family to. Oh, sorry. He takes them bowling. Yeah. There's a bar there. And where is he most of the time? Kids are playing bowling. He's at the bar getting wankered. Or he brings his kids into our pub to have a meal. Okay. Pizza, burger, whatever. Leaves his kids in the booth while he goes across to the bar and stands there and gets pissed. And he expects everybody else to keep an eye on his kids. They're not good. They're not bad kids. They're good kids. They don't run around screaming, shouting. They just sit there. And his one son is 14. And I said to him, "What do you think of your dad?" He went, "Tosser." And I would teach his son karate. And the one day, he said to his son in front of me, because he had a few to drink, of course. He said, "Yeah, Sensei, I've gone and brought your young students over." He said, "What do you want to be like when you're older?" And he said, "I want to be like Sensei." And I said, "Don't you want to be like your dad?" He went, "No, because he's a piss artist." I feel sorry for them kids. I really do. And I don't care if you're listening. You know what I'm on about. I don't care if you're listening to this. That's how I feel about you, mate. You're an arsehole. Mind you, I've told him many a time to his face, you're an arsehole. So if he ever turns around to me and says, "What was you?" I say, "Well, just saying what it is, mate. You're a twat. You're one of the most biggest CUNTs going." Sorry, I'm having a moan today. As I said, because I'm fucking cold. Well, I'm warmish, but it's cold. We'll see if I put this on. Anyway. Yeah. Oh. What's that on the end of my rod? Excuse me. Oh, bollocks. A bit of weeds come up the line on the tip of my rod. I'll go and get rid of it. Oh, go and get rid of that off the end of my rod. Oh, I might make a brew in a minute. Cold. Genie, mate. Let's have a look. Oh, shit. I'm just looking in the water here now. And the wind is a northwest. Sorry, northeast. And when I say northeast, I say the fish bite the least. If it was like the southwest, I said that's when the fish bite the best. But I can see quite a bit of weed in this water tonight through my head torch. And the surf is pretty rough. And I mean rough. it's got to be touching at least. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that wave. That wave has got to be about 2. No, it ain't bigger than that. Now let's watch this one coming in. Count every 5th wave. That's 1. That's 2. That's a big one. Whoops, that's a big one. There's 3. There's 4. Oh, look at this one. Yeah, this one coming in now has got to be about 3-4 foot. So shows you how bad the conditions are. And my face, just standing there, I'm just turned to the side, and my face has gone numb. The wind chill factor is absolutely atrocious. Jesus Christ. I must be the only pissing idiot fishing. So I can't see anybody on the beach, no headlights or nothing. I'm looking towards Dunster Beach. There's no lights on Dunster Beach at all. I must be the only bleeding idiot fishing. Yeah. Believe it or not, I think I might stop fishing because I'm not enjoying it at all. Because it's fucking freezing. Oh no, sorry to shake. Bloody hell. The wind chill factor is, it's got to be minus. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do, folks? I'm going to knock it on the head. I can't sit out in this wind much longer. I am sorry to shake. And self-preservation is the most important thing. So I'm going to say to right here now, break all my gear down, get out, and get myself wrapped up nice and warm in the car. Because it's freezing and I don't want to freeze, if you know what I mean. Plus I've got to take my tablets. Oh, God. So, tonight to you guys, oh, I shouldn't have stood by that wall that long. God. That wind's gone through me. Jesus Christ. You know when you start shaking and all your body starts shaking, that's what it's like. And even this gear that I've got on has not stopped it. Mind you, this is like for when you're coarse fishing. If it's windy tomorrow, I think I'll put me high vis orange jacket on because that's more for when you're working outside. Jesus Christ. Gotta warm up somehow. Oh, slowly getting warm. Oh. Right, guys. Catch you later. It's too cold. Bye.